Hello dear student. Today we will discuss on third chapter of biology of class 10, that is reproduction in organism. In this chapter we will learn about reproduction in animal, reproduction in microorganism, reproduction in plant, reproduction in human, and the most important topic of this chapter which will come each and every year in 10th exam, sexual transmitted disease and how to control population. Starting with first topic, that is reproduction. Reproduction. Reproduction is the process of production of new individual from their parents. It is an essential life process for continuity of life and existence of life on the earth. It is an it is called essential life process because if reproduction is not take place by any organism, the particular organism get extinct. It means there is no life present on the earth. Starting with the type of reproduction, reproduction is are of two types, asexual reproduction and second is sexual reproduction. If we talk about the asexual mode of reproduction, when the reproduction takes place by without fusion of male and female gamete, or in other words we can say asexual mode of reproduction is a production of new individual from the single parent. It means there is no involvement of both parent take place. If we talk about the characteristics of asexual mode of reproduction, the offspring are exact copy of their parents. There is no change in their offspring. They are exact similar to their parent because they are made up of their parent cell. Asexual reproduction generally takes place by cell division. It's a very fast mode of reproduction where we can get the new offspring. Cell division, in previous classes you learned about meiosis and mitosis cell division, but here we need to know about how reproduction takes place by asexual. In when the cell division takes place in any somatic cell, there are two processes are taking place. First is karyokinesis and second one is cytokinesis. Karyokinesis means division of nucleus. It means when the division of nucleus takes place in the cell, it is called karyokinesis, and the division of cytoplasm takes place, it is cytokinesis. First, in every cell, karyokinesis takes place where a particular one single nuclei is divided into two daughter nuclei, and after that, cytoplasmic cell division, the particular one cell is divided into two daughter cell. Now, types of asexual mode of reproduction. If we generally talk about asexual mode of reproduction, first is fission, second budding, third one fragmentation, fourth one is spore formation, and fifth one is regeneration. Fission. Fission means division. When one cell divides itself into one and more than one part, this mode of reproduction is known as fission. Fission carried out by two types. One is binary fission and second one is multiple fission. Binary fission is taking place in amoeba cells where one amoeba cell, when the particular amoeba cell uh, uh, fixed with itself or get break itself into two part, where one amoeba cell divided itself two part, where the main condition is that the nuclear material present is must in amoeba cell. Second is multiple fission. Paramecium multiple fission takes place when one organism is divided more than one part. It means more than 3, 4, 5 part, and each and every part nuclear material is there. This mode of reproduction is known as multiple fission. Another mode of reproduction is known as budding. Budding. Bud is the outgrowth of the cell. In Hydra, you can see that the outgrowth is arises outside, where after it get detached, and after detachment it increase their mass and form a new organism. And fragmentation. Fragment is part of organism. In algae, if any part of organism get breakdown, if just like this amoeba, this algae is divide itself into two part, and each every part develop its own body. This mode of reproduction is known as fragmentation. Next is spore formation. Spore. Spores are the resting phase of organism. Spore formation generally takes place in the fungus in Spirogyra, where in during unfavorable condition, Spirogyra, a fungus, uh, divide their nuclear material, and surrounding their nuclear material cytoplasm is there, and after that the particular spore when get the favorable condition or we can say that moisture, they can germinate itself and form different kind, multiple number of fungus. And after that, regeneration means, have you seen any lizard when the particular tails of lizard get detached from the main organism, it create itself again. It means the remaining part of the body creates again. If you talk about definition of regeneration, regeneration is the ability to regenerate or complete their body part. Okay, now moving, the vegetative reproduction is also part of asexual mode of reproduction. Vegetative reproduction means when the formation of new individual from the vegetative part of the plant. It's taken place by stem, root and leaf. It means when the production of new individual takes place by stem of the plant, just like rose, sugarcane, they germinate their new plant from the stem, root from the root, ginger, garlic and onion, they origin their new plant with the help of their root, leaf, bryophyllum leaf. In bryophyllum leaf, aerial roots are there. When we cut it down, the bryophyllum leaf and put it in the soil, then we easily get the particular bryophyllum plant. Next is sexual reproduction. The definition of sexual reproduction is that fusion of male and female gamete. When the fusion of male and female gamete take place, it is known as sexual mode of reproduction. Some characteristics are there. After sexual reproduction in plant as well as in human or any organism, new characteristics will appear because the two dissimilar character are fused together and form a new character. First, we learn about reproduction in plant, and after that we will learn about reproduction in human. Now, reproduction in plant. Reproduction in plant is carried out by their reproductive organ, that is flower. Flower. If we talk about the definition of flower, modified shoot is known as flower. Flower is are of two types: complete flower and incomplete flower. Before using this explaining incomplete and incomplete flower, we should know the whorls of or parts of the flower. Flower having four parts: calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. Starting with here, the bottom surface, which is green in color, they are called calyx. The unit of calyx is sepal. They are green in color, where the all part of the flower is attached. And next part, which is leafy part of the flower, which is known as corolla, their unit is petal. Petals are colorful because due to their different kind of color, they help to attract the insect for pollination. After that, androecium, which is male reproductive organ, their unit is stamen. Here you can see in hibiscus flower, you can see the stamen structure. If we talk about the structure of a single stamen, three structures is there: anther sac, connective and filament. In anther sac, pollen grains are present which get burst, and pollen grains are outside, and with the help of pollen grain, pollination process takes place. And next is female reproductive organ, which is named as gynoecium. The unit of gynoecium is pistil or carpel. Here you can see the structure of a particular gynoecium, which is composed of three structures: stigma, style and ovary. Stigma, which is the sticky part, and style, which pipe-like structure, is connect stigma to the ovary. And ovary is a swollen part which possesses ovules or egg cell in it. This diagram is essential in the point of view of your exam. This in every repeating year, this diagram is come in your exam. Okay. Now moving how reproduction process take place, because at this time we learn about what are the reproductive part of the plant, but one topic is left: complete and incomplete flower. As you learn about the four parts of flower is must be there. If all four parts are there, they are called complete flower. If any part of them are missing, then they are called incomplete flower. Now moving towards the pollination process. Pollination. Pollination is the transfer of pollen grain from stamen to stigma of the flower. Pollination is one of two types: self-pollination and cross-pollination. Self-pollination. Self-pollination is occurring bisexual flower. It means where male and female both reproductive organs are present in the same flower. It means pollen grain of same flower send it to the stigma of the same flower. It means same plant get fused by same pollen grain. This mode of reproduction is known as self-pollination. Another one is cross-pollination. Cross-pollination means when the transfer of pollen grain from the one plant to the stigma of the another plant of the same variety. Definition is, I am repeating the definition. Cross-pollination means transfer of pollen grain from one of the flower to the another flower or an stigma of the another flower of the same variety. In this we need pollinator. Pollinator are the pollination causing agent. They are air, water and some pollinating agent just like insect. Air. With the help of wind, pollen grains are very light in structure. They are transferred to one anther to the stigma of the flower. Second, through the water. The aquatic plant get fused with the help of water. And third one is pollinating agent, just like insect, bees. When the bees and insect are settled down of the flower of male flower, and after that when they reaches to the female flower, they rub their feet, and after that pollen grains are transferred to the stigma of the flower, because the stigma is the is very sticky, which absorb, and after that this structure, when the pollen grains are enter there, these pollen grain get reaches to through the style and fuse the egg cell, and after that fertilization take place. The complete flower form the, and after that cell division takes place, and the remaining part get detached. It means calyx, corolla get removed from the plant, and the stigma style also remove the plant after the fertilization, and the particular ovary gets swollen up. This is our pollination. Reproduction in human. Reproduction in human takes place with the help of their reproductive organ. In human, sexual dimorphism are there. It means male and female both reproductive organs are different in structure. Here I made a diagram of male and female reproductive organ. First we need to talk about male reproductive organ. A male reproductive organ consists a pair of epididymis, vas deferens, urethra and common passage, that is penis, and with associatory gland. The male reproductive organ present outside of the body because their temperature ingredient. Temperature of body, as you know, that 37 degrees Celsius, but the male reproductive organ or testis is -3 degree. It means near about 33 to 34 degrees Celsius, which help in formation of sperm in human body. Here you can see that the urinary bladder, which having common passage, vas deferens, and here epididymis is there, which is a very coiled structure, which is 6 meter in long, highly coiled structure, which help to store the sperm. And next is vas deferens, here acquired, which is a help to join this structure to the seminal vesicles, and seminal vesicles which open in the urethra, which is the common passage for sperm and urine in male reproductive organ, but is different in female reproductive organ. Next is a copulatory organ, which is named as penis, which is near about 15 to 20 centimeter in long, which is a copulatory organ. It enters in the female vagina, and after the copulation the sperm is released. The structure of sperm is present there, and this sperm react with the egg cell of the female reproductive organ, and after that the fertilization is take place, which form the zygote, and zygote after get developed to get a baby. And the associatory organs, associatory glands are seminal vesicles, prostate gland and Cowper's gland. Seminal vesicles which help to store the sperm, and prostate gland which provide liquid alkaline liquid or maintain the balancing of pH of sperm, and corpus gland which secrete a viscous white material to act as lubricant for male penis. Now, if we talk about female reproductive organ, here the female reproductive organ is there which possess a pair of ovary and fallopian tube, and after that uterus and vagina. In the ovary, as you learned about in the previous chapter, same as for testes, where testosterone hormones is there which get developed and form the secondary sexual characteristics, and in female estrogen and progesterone glands is there. In ovary, ovules are produced. In fallopian tube, egg cells are there. After the menstruation, the particular egg cells are there. When the copulation takes place, by this passage sperm get released, and one active sperm get fused with this egg cell, and which is get fertilized, and after that this particular egg cell get attached with the uterus wall, get the which attached with the uterus wall, and after it multiply itself and form the zygote, and this particular zygote is attached to the umbilical cord which get nutrient from the uterus, and after that the near about 280 to 90 days a particular young baby get developed. Now we need to know about what is menstrual cycle. In the female uterus, the bleeding comes after repeating 28 days. This is due to the particular ovary produced egg cell. An egg cell is which is present in the fallopian tube, and if the egg cell is not fertilized or not fused with sperm, this egg cell is start breaking down the particular uterus wall after the 16 days, and till 12 days it is start continuously breaking down, and after near about 28 days the totally uterus wall get break down, and it's the particular uterus of female start bleeding out. It takes near about 4 days, and after that the uterus wall of the uterus get developed. The particular for this menstruation cycle help in development of uterus wall for conceiving of baby. If the uterus wall is not completely developed, the particular lady cannot conceive their baby, and this will cause fertility or infertility in the female. Okay, now we need to know about why particular various kind of sexual transmitted disease takes place in male as well as female body. Before knowing the sexual transmitted disease, there is a one major problem in our country which is overpopulation. To meet we government trying to control the birth of a people, there are some many factors are there by which our population of our country is going to increase and increase. Near about 1.3 million people are there. First, government are trying to giving education about sex. It means sex education we need to learn, because if pupils are continuously in our country after 13-year age, boy get adult and they can produce sperm, and these sperm, when these sperm get fused with the ovary, egg cell of the ovary, it particular lady can give the birth of a child. Okay, first we need to delay the age of marriage. Right now government providing 22 year for boys and near about 18 to 20 year for female. This year, at this age after marriage, suppose after 1 year a particular couple give a birth of a baby, near about 1 year, then the population of their family it become 3, and after that after 1 year same process will take place, the population become 5 of same particular family, as we need to increase the age of marriage. And after that some particular process are there we need by which we control the birth of a people, like we need to some use of contraceptive method like pills, like some injections are there, Dimfa injection, and some protective mechanism for male as just name as condom we need to use before copulation. And after that some property and cup shape structure for made for female, which help to need the uh, help to protect the pregnancy of the female. And some other methods are there by which we can control the birth of the female. Just like before ejaculation of the sperm, male need to take off their penis outside, and they do not release sperm inside the uterus of the female. And after that, self control during the menstruation. After the menstruation, near about 16 days, the period are very crucial to get pregnant. And after 16 days, if the person can perform physical relationship, their female, if they avoid the physical relationship with their female, they can avoid the pregnancy. And some other sexual transmitted disease are there, just like AIDS, which is named as acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, which is caused by HIV virus. This disease, near about thousands of people or lakh of people are suffering from this disease. This disease can be occurred by several factors, just like unprotected sex with the uh, suffering person, next use of infected saline, use of infected blood, and many more. And we can control by some measure, just like we need to use a particular protection while sex. And second is we need to use blood which is taken from by blood bank, where blood is scanned by HIV test. And before delivery of any baby, a particular female need to screen by ELISA test, which is cured for HIV. Okay, and some other sexual transmitted diseases are there, just like gonorrhea, syphilis, and many more. If a person make a control over itself, then we can control the population as well, transmission of sexual transmitted disease. This is all about chapter 3, your reproduction in organism. In next, you will learn about genetics, which is also important topic. Till, have a good day.